Okay, well now we're live. So are you making me do last time? Is that what happened?
I don't remember, so yeah.
So
Yeah, probably.
you guys had just freshly slain the cultists and stopped them from killing you, which is great. It was quite the
Yay.
onslaught. Could have been worse, I suppose, but after that, there was very little evidence of them. You tried chasing down the Goliath, and basically Frisht wasn't able to find much of anything. He did see a red flash, later determined by Preston to be also seen by another, what you think, sibling, as you've dubbed them, the girl that had met you just outside of the Yanti caves, where the fountain was and everything. You have Verum the White. He is not doing so hot, but he's in a burlap sack right now with ashes and
That's
mint.
right.
Who's carrying it?
Preston, obviously.
Okay, Preston is dragging Verum the White, unless he objects.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I would have offered Felix to carry him, but I don't think anyone would have trusted Felix to hold him, so
Okay.
someone else would have to.
So Preston's dragging this guy?
Sure, works for me.
Well, we
Okay.
could put him on the back of Thistlebark.
Yeah, or we could put it on Brett's horse.
Alright.
Thistlebark won't eat it, I
Preston.
promise.
Yeah, he is an obligate.
Brett's character is the one that was so worried about him getting eaten anyway, so.
So Thistlebark or Preston or Warhorse?
Preston.
Thistlebark.
Okay.
I'm committed
Preston
to
drags
this.
the corpse
For
from the
sheer
wild.
comedic value, Preston will be the smallest party member dragging the corpse bag. For sheer comedic value,
Yeah.
Come on,
After
Preston, hurry up!
4 blocks, you
put your
decide
back into it.
the gag was not worth it. As you're smearing a trail of blood, but nobody's bothering you because of the Hukes. It's kind of an interesting
Right.
situation. People have offered to help, but you know.
Like, I got it.
Could you imagine people just drag you? Obviously, there's something dead in a bag and they're dragging. You're just like, don't look at them, man. Don't even talk to them.
No, this is worse. This guy's okay. So let me finish up the history real quick. You're all going to your council meeting. You've already got things in motion. You don't know for sure if you want to stay at the inn. Leosin doesn't want you to, but you don't know. You think you might be able to fortify it or something. And you're going in here hot. But yeah, you, Preston is dragging this guy along the street. At least 2 of you have your Hukes on, and you're very intimidating otherwise. And this burlap sack has like a dwarf head sticking out of it and decomposing clearly. You've seen a few very brave guards offer to help, but he denies them every time. But everybody else is like secretly looking, but like doing everything they can to make sure you're not noticing them. After a while, though, it kind of becomes obvious that there are some people sneaking a peek. But beyond that, people are just getting out of your way. There's like nobody near you at all. Like it's something else. After a while, though, Preston, you're getting tired. It's been like 4 blocks, and Thistlebark starts to carry the dwarf because I mean that's a long time for one gag. You end up at your meeting spot. Would anybody like to know if they've been tailed?
Yeah, tell me.
I think
Tail in
that Preston would definitely want to know that after he gives up the bag.
Okay. Anybody who would like to, please roll a perception check.
How perceptuous.
Wow.
Well, that's a cute one.
I thought you meant his roll. I was like, oh, an 11. How adorable.
Oh, that's cute. You know nothing. It is a flat 11.
Perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm rolling.
Ooh, I got an 11 too
19.
after my addition.
So,
Wow.
everybody notices
Oh.
that there is a large group of onlookers following you with their eyes as you approach this place with this body. It is not difficult to tell because there are so many of them, and they're so obvious.
They're just a whole group is just following us.
No, with their eyes.
Oh, they're just okay.
Indeed.
So their eyes pop out of their head and they're following us.
Yes, they are zombies, just like SpongeBob warned you about. You approach this place, though. You're here now. Congrats.
Woo! So do we take the body in with us?
It's up to you. You are now
most
in control.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, Lorelai said that out loud.
Oh, my bad. There you go.
Where did this bad advice come from?
Yeah, baby.
It's gone.
The heavens are speaking.
It's gone.
Someone roll a religion check.
Preston's got this.
Hey, not bad for you.
Not bad for
That's
you.
just not yours, man. Yeah, that's basically a nat 20 for Pancake when it comes to religion checks.
It's the highest he's ever rolled, actually.
Shit, for real.
Honestly, though.
And it's when
That's
it
the
didn't even
problem.
count.
I was taking it too
Matter.
seriously. I needed to roll all my religion checks with sarcasm.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
only a
why you
15.
rolled so high.
He's
because
like,
it
yeah, look
actually
at my
doesn't
ones.
matter.
It's been like over 2 years. We're
Yep.
just like, that's still the highest we've got with that guy. Okay. It wasn't even the DM calling for a roll. Oh boy.
That's right. It's useless.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry I interrupted.
I forgive you. Let
Should I
us be
repeat
off.
what I said?
First,
I said yes. Yes, we're bringing it in. We're not gonna leave it out here with these ruffians. Who knows what they'll do. Are you making a sound, Brandon? It kept cutting out whenever I hear you. Oh, attacking me. That's mean. Yeah. It doesn't give me the option to open. Oh, there it is.
This building's really cool.
Cool shrunk, if you ask
You know
me.
that Thistlebark is not welcome in here.
Oh. Thanks, boy. You can eat some grass.
Alright, Preston, go
I'm
back
not
to
carrying
carrying it.
Okay.
Let the bit continue.
Oh, I'll grab it. Deer not allowed inside.
You are more than welcome to bring Thistlebark anyway, by the way. Just letting you know.
Wow.
She knows he won't enjoy it anyways. She doesn't even enjoy going inside here. She's not gonna make him do it.
Okay.
Frisht has the bag.
Yes.
Yes.
The sack?
Bag.
The sack.
Yeah.
The body sack.
A massive
Does
sack,
anybody
man.
close the gate?
I do, as I-
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
If this is a sack, then get it.
Oh boy. I don't think
Alright.
anyone here knows what that's from.
You enter a chamber where it appears that some people must have been expecting you.
Some people.
And they say, we've been expecting you.
Lorelai takes a seat on the edge of this little like pedestal thing,
Okay.
like it's a throne.
Ooh, lounging.
There appear to be at least 2 new people in this room.
Oh, someone got murdered apparently. Had to be replaced.
I think he means additional people.
No.
Right? Or am I wrong? there are also 2 people missing?
No, it's just 2 additional people.
Okay.
Dang it.
Remelia, she's the leader of the Harpers, begins to walk up the stand as
It's really
you
pretty.
enter this area here. Welcome. You can sit here if you'd like. It's up to you. We have much to discuss since our last meeting here, as you all know. I am pleased to see that everybody is in attendance today. And I was really hoping first you were just gonna go like over here and sit next to like this guy or something.
Like, plop down.
Just put your
No,
feet on the table or something.
I gotta sit at the throne.
Nelly, where are you gonna be at?
Wow. Really, wow.
She
I remember
she
you were
invited me.
saying that Felix wasn't let in, right? He had to go to the stables.
Oh, is that what happened?
Is that what happened? I'm asking
Felix
you.
is fine. He's with you. I mean,
She
Felix
would
is
find a spot where
party
Felix
member.
would be comfortable. So, whatever the biggest spot. I mean,
there's a
she's
spot
making
right
the
there,
salad
and then
for
let's just put you on the ledge like Lorelai's.
Ledge sounds perfect. But
Okay.
she would like to shoot people, or she can jump from it.
Okay. Well,
Dinner's ready.
yes. If you want to bring me some, you're more than welcome to. Preston's
I will.
just like I'm the orator. In attendance this time, we have a few new guests, I suppose, or new council members. The new leader of the Lord's Alliance, would you please welcome Lady Laurel Silverhand, and would you like to introduce yourself?
Wait, the new leader?
Yes. This lady up here stands up for a moment. You
What happened
see,
to what's his face?
well, you see to her right, there's Lord Neverember. He's right here. And then to her left, you see another lady. And to the right of Lord Neverember, there's also another person. So,
Demon.
Well, that's his lover, isn't it?
No, that guy was blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Idiot.
I'm so glad we can't remember names, but we can remember skin colors.
my name is Lady Laurel. I am the new leader of the Lord's Alliance and the Open Lord of Waterdeep at this point. I am one of
Wow!
the 7 sisters, legendary and nigh immortal figures known to have been blessed by Mystra. I suppose other than that, if you don't know about my history, then you'll learn. And
I do the weird, like, finger thing when she mentions Mishra. Like, oh, that was like the, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, her, yeah. And dear, would you care to introduce yourself too? And she gestures to this lady here. And she says, oh, you can just call me Elia. And Ramali down here, she once again just kind of bows her head slightly towards everybody. And she's like, right then. Why don't we get right to it? We heard that you were attacked. Is that the case? It was quite distant for being right next to me.
Putting in
Uh-huh.
the middle of the room, he will. This is true. We have been attacked. We were enjoying our revelries after a successful mission, and we were planning to come back once the council was assembled, and we were ambushed at Bob's Tavern late last night.
Bob's Tavern, a few of them whisper to each other, and there's people that give clarification. And then one of them finally, Antharp Rumor actually speaks up, and he's all like, Bob's is a place they like to go to rest in between missions.
It provides a place of reflection and revelry for us that we most desperately need after such hard missions. It allows us to stay present. The tasks we have been given weigh heavy on some souls, and so perhaps it is not uncommon. But that is beside the point. You have asked about the attack. We have reason to believe it is a splinter group operating through the cult.
A splinter group? Care to enlighten us?
Aye. We do not know the names that they go by, but we have been referring to them as the Children of Hesborough. They are a group of what seem to be highly skilled individuals. We've so far run into two that we can confirm as members, and they seem to have great sway over large portions of the cult.
Everybody give me an insight check,
Woo!
including Felix. Actually, have Felix do an animal handling check for humans.
Wait.
A human handling check.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got 18.
A 6.
5.
Oof.
21 for Kuneli.
Okay.
And Felix is animal handling?
Yes, please.
He has a +2. Very exciting.
Listen, I have a higher insight bonus
11.
than you do. I guess yours is intelligence, huh? Not wisdom.
Either way,
Yeah, it's all intelligence. I have a 1 point in wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah, that about checks out.
Oof!
Mr. Chicken Man.
Hey, man!
What was your official roll there?
18.
Okay. So,
Lorelai obviously isn't paying any attention to this.
left or right? Frished.
Left.
Pick one. Okay. Both Nelly and Frished notice when Hesborough is mentioned that this lady here, this tiefling, who you thought might have been Macath the Crimson, is not Macath the Crimson, is a different tiefling. Now that you are looking at her. This lady here, she stirs a bit when Hesborough's name is mentioned and the children of the father. Also Neverember, and only Kuneli notices Neverember stir though, just her. Okay? Okay. Continue,
What are they?
Preston.
Are they
Actually,
stirring soup?
No. In their chairs.
I'm waiting for
So,
another question to be presented.
Children of Hesborough. Does that name mean anything to anybody here?
How about you? I say, pointing at the lady that's stirring.
Preston turns to look.
1 second. She... Never heard of him.
Oh.
Let me see
And
how
then
she does
I-
on her lie check. Pretty good.
Kuneli kind of pipes up. She's like, "Yeah, I noticed you kind of stirred at the name."
And not soup.
Well, the name certainly means something, but I'm mostly concerned that there's a splinter cell operating within the cult. They seem to be stronger than normal cultists, and that is most troubling, I'd say. Neverember then joins in. Indeed! Do any of you know the name Hesborough? Or I guess it's not, that's not Neverember. Indeed.
I'm not actually saying this, but I want to say I know Hesborough.
Lorelai, like, as she's looking at her nails, she's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's connected to the Laughing
no.
Coffin, the group that killed my parents."
Is he the leader of the cult in your mind, then?
At this news, Preston is totally going to turn to Lorelai with like a complete like shock look on his face.
Yeah, you just gotta give that to yourself, man. Fine.
Preston's going to say, we have reason to believe that Hezbollah is not quite, like I said, a splinter cell in the cult. His motives may not be aligned with the cult. As far as we understand, he is seeking only power, and the cult is a means to an end to him.
You all notice this, basically, after she said her piece, there are still several people looking at her that are in the council, okay? So just be aware of that, too. This was the guy who asked if he's part of the cult. And this is, Delane Winterhound. Anyways. This guy is all like, well, do you think they can be crushed like anyone else? Surely you followed them. What happened?
Cowards. Red teleporty stuff.
We have but fragments of a lead. As Frist has stated, after the battle in the tavern, the remnants that survived made a hasty retreat and used teleportation magic to leave without leaving tracks.
Huh. Then our enemies are getting bolder and more organized. Great. Well, good news is I don't have to worry too much. Baldur's Gate's been pretty secure for the last little bit. I'll dedicate more efforts into this situation you found yourselves in.
Obviously not if a whole group of cultists made it in to a tavern on the wayside.
You're
Like,
in-
and a giant
You're in
man?
Waterdeep.
This isn't Baldur's Gate.
You're in Waterdeep.
Oh,
Go
well,
ahead.
sorry,
You
Waterdeep,
can say
Waterdeep.
something else if you want to. Yeah.
Same
I
thing, but
rescind my
Waterdeep
statement.
instead of Baldur's Gate.
Well, he didn't say
Wait.
Water's
He
Deep
said
was
Baldur's
secure.
Gate.
Oh, that's why I'm confused. Okay, never mind. I rescind all of that. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Let's just
Well,
hit the
not
rewind
all of
button
us
on
have
the-
been so
lucky.
This person down here is Ambassador Conrad Bronaville. He's the shield dwarf dude. I am facing constant threats, as is my companion Maladrach over here on my left. Indeed, the song of the elves is turning into screams, and you see a few other people.
That was dark.
Yeah, and they talk for the next 5 minutes about raids and various attacks that they've been having to deal with and upsetting news and stuff like that, and other people, Order of the Gauntlet Leader doesn't say much of anything, and neither does the Open Lord of Waterdeep, though she does seem to command respect anytime she clears her throat. Where do you think I should
Rin?
start? He looks at you guys.
Preston's going to make eye contact with Frisch and see if, make a gesture as, do you have anything to say? Or do you want me to keep going?
I kind of give you a look of I defer to you, I'm old.
My dear council members, this new threat poses a great challenge for us, but it is not insurmountable. We have already claimed 2 great prizes of the cults. And then he turns and gestures to the sack over there on the stairs, and they say, this is the corpse of the individual you sent us to find.
Everybody stands up.
Verum the
Most
White.
of them not even noticing who it was, and then first says Verum the White, and they're like, a few people were about to say, "Is that Verum the White?" But now they're like,
We found him in a temple, ruined temple that the cult had infiltrated. The cult had killed him and betrayed him themselves. There is infighting amongst their hierarchy. They seek power over each other.
Make a deception check.
I do not... I'm gonna add a flash of genius to it.
Sounds good.
Oh. That's a +4. It's only an 11. Dang it. 11.
11? Okay.
Oh wait, plus deception?
Yes.
Dang it, it's a flat roll.
Ooh.
Can I use my intelligence instead to try and trick them?
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my.
Remarkably, a lot
Most
of people
of them-
believe you, just based off of your word. Especially when you double down, asking about your intelligence. It is notable, however, that not everybody doesn't, and especially this lady here, that introduced herself as Elia, seems to be more than amused by it. Let me roll to see who else. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, unfortunately, you got two very confrontational people that were successful. I'm familiar with that area. I heard that you were in the Serpent Hills.
Aye, that is where our treks led us to a ruined keep,
Yanti.
as I stated. Aye, we did not know that though. That was a secret tunnel underneath the keep.
Are you saying that the Yanti are working with the cult?
On the contrary, they seemed to be very hostile towards them, and they were, as far as we could tell, imprisoning them for their own amusement. We found several cells that had expired corpses, as well as they offered us to simply leave and gave us Veram's body. He was on death's door by the time we got to him, which means they had worked him over before we even arrived. In my
By Moradin's
opinion-
beard! Was it the Yanti who killed him, or the cultists?
The cultists sent a contract on his head. We found out by attacking other cultists that we had come across in a hunting lodge.
Oh, this is troubling indeed. Why would the cultists try to kill their own? And then
This is unclear to us at this time.
lots of people are stirring at that comment, you know, and you say it's unclear, it makes it even more people like, oh, you know, this is very interesting, you know. Do you have any speculation, Master Artificer?
We do believe it is a power play by some of the Dragon Wings to shore up their hierarchy and of those who are only of the most zealot following. In my personal opinion.
I speak up, saying, "The way it was explained to me, the leader that spoke to us was not a fan of Verum the White here, and wanted outsiders to take care of him, so that she could forward her own agendas. That means that their hierarchy is not absolute. Perhaps it's something we can exploit."
I agree with Frisht. I do believe that this is a avenue we can exploit.
Most interesting. This guy is like done eating his snacks right here. It's tearing.
He's got his fist full of corn nuts.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's got like a whole pile, actually, and mess of peanut shells all over, and like tons of red berry wine or something.
He's like brushing himself up, like, this is boring, I'm out of here.
Licks his fingers
He's,
of all the peanut residue. Like,
He's got all in his beard. There's all salts, all you know, in his lips and everything, and he's like, well, very ponderous man as he moves forward and scoots forward.
Oh,
his
no.
His
chair.
girth is very
I am about to say.
He's large or rotund,
quite.
and
I didn't mean to do that.
he says, "Do you think that it might be a possibility that their children of the Father that are potentially in the upper echelon of the cult, or at least suggesting things to them?
I do.
Huh.
This isn't just a speculation. This is something I'm very firm on that is most likely. It's very, very possible. The way that Hesborough operates is not with half measures. He will do anything to gain power over others. And for those who follow him with a zealotry and dedication, I can only assume have very similar ideas and ideologies. Therefore, this would not be beneath them to do.
I do respect your opinion, and I do think that, well, you are quite apt as a group. However, I would like to remind this council where we sit, and that the horde of the Dragon Queen is paramount at this time as far as I'm concerned. And though I am pleased to see our deceased dwarf, as all of you seem to be other than perhaps Ramalia and I would have liked to see him alive for questioning. He sits back in his chair with a satisfied, smug smile to himself.
I slam my fist on the ground. I tried my very best. I failed. Those damn snakes killed him
Dear
before we could get hands on him.
Indeed.
Might we not, dear councillors, might we not take him to a temple of the death god to raise him and ask said questions? These magics are not beneath us at this time. I do believe any measures may be taken.
I doubt he would willingly come back.
Well, that may be so, but... And then he raises his arm towards Anthar. Unfortunately, I am not aware of too many resurrection or speak with dead spells that force corpses to answer truthfully, unless their soul was captured moments after death. I don't believe that he would be very helpful. Do you think that he can be coerced, perhaps?
Maybe we can tell him about the other cultist plot against him. Maybe that would loosen his tongue.
We could dress up as
Surely
a cultist
he
and
knew.
pretend he's no fellow cultist.
My fellow compatriots are correct. I do believe that we may come up with a solution that would coerce him back into life for a moment's breath, that we might question him.
This lady up here of the Lord's Alliance says, "It's certainly worth a try, and certainly we can offer him resurrection. Typically this is a taste too palatable for people to resist. Maybe the carrot would be wiser than the stick in this situation." She
Very astute, my
snaps
lady.
her fingers, and a few people open doors, come in. One kneels next to her. She gestures for them to usher him away. She clearly meant it to be slightly subtle, where like this would happen with you guys talking, but unfortunately it was far too showy, and everybody basically pauses while she does this, and this person gets drug out. So Varum's leaving unless somebody's stopping. Guards are taking him away.
My lady, might we just perform it here in front of all? Right here on the dais. So that we may question him as a collective, and there shall be no second-hand accounts told to us.
Well, that certainly sounds fine to me.
I pull out a very large diamond out of my bag and say, I have the required materials for resurrection on my person at this time.
This guy, Flaming Fist guy again. That won't be necessary. Very kind of you to offer of your own wares, but I'm pretty sure there's people here with large enough pockets to satisfy the resurrection spell. As he glares across the room.
Ooh.
Sure, Neverember says. I'll sport a champ like I'll sport a champ like yourself. And one of the guards
Preston
just
moves
happens to have a diamond on them anyway.
Step from the dais.
Who will be leading the questioning?
I leave that to the council to decide.
None of the adventurers step up to do it, I'm guessing.
Not sure.
If you give me a second, I can get Zone of Truth ready, and we can make sure he doesn't lie. Unless someone has
I don't know if
that
works on dead
spell.
people. DM talking.
It doesn't, or it does.
I don't know if it does. Does it say it does?
Let me check.
Okay. Go ahead.
Zone of Truth, Legacy. You create a magical zone that guards against deception on a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice. Till the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn where it must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of truth. It doesn't say whether or not it works on the dead.
Cool.
It's creature, yeah.
Well,
That's really good.
let me do. A corpse is no longer a creature.
But if we revive him, he won't be a corpse.
Why don't we just ask him? Ramalia says, and she steps forward. She seems to be keen to do this. As the maybe she's not presiding, but she is conducting. She doesn't like sit down. You can tell at this point. Anybody who's paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
She walks over to you, quite gracefully. Why don't we just ask him? Why don't we just speak with dead, offer, and then see what he does? Other than that, we can get special interrogators and questioners that I can supply to see if we can coerce anything out of him if he's not willing to talk now.
Preston gives a very polite bow as she approaches, and be like, I leave it in your hands, my lady.
She gives a very fancy curtsy to you, very subtly, because she feels obliged to. But
Preston found his new love interest.
the first was already a crush on her.
Rivalry.
Oh boy.
What did first do to crush on her?
I thought that's what you mentioned right in the beginning. That's funny.
Okay,
She will take the reagents and look to Anther and say, would you please do the honors? And he scoots forward and hops out of his chair. And he takes the diamond and says, I'll do it this once, but I'm not going to resurrect him against his will. He wouldn't be able to anyway, Anther. I have a code I've got to keep, you know that. I know.
hey.
And with utmost professionalism, Anther is able to cause this corpse to animate momentarily. And he says the words,
Play the best song in the world.
and I'll eat your soul again. Okay. Five questions. Verum the White. Is that your name? Verum looks cautiously around the room. Yes. Verum the White, you are here on the council of your enemies in life. You are dead. Verum, would you care to be alive again. It is within our power to renew your soul to body and bring you henceforth into this world. And as a paladin of the Order of the Gauntlet, which you can recognize, Baron notices this, you know that I cannot lie to you or deceive you in any way without breaking my oath. Verum, we are willing to resurrect you and bestow upon you this power if you will but answer our questions about the Horde of the Dragon Queen, and do so truthfully, in a zone of truth. Will you accept this bargain? And it's gonna be a pretty high... Oh yeah, he's fine.
Woo! Another 93, dang.
I actually had it so if he got anywhere above a 95, he would not be willing. So it was okay.
I was like, close call though, dang.
Yeah, it was a lot closer than I thought it would be. This guy doesn't want to die, so I'm surprised. Yes, he says even more ravenously. Very well. What's your favorite color? Orange? Not even white. Interesting.
Typical.
I'm sorry, I have to ask 2 more questions. What would you like me to ask? I don't know. What's your favorite spot of brandy? I don't know. Good. He falls down.
Seems arbitrary.
He whispers quietly so nobody can hear. And Verum the White, once again, comes to. He's not chained, but he knows he's in the midst of enemies. And that is his chains.
Whoa.
It's deep.
Okay. Thus Harper, Ramalia, casts Zone of Truth on Verum the White. Verum, why were you running from the cult? Is it true that they were trying to kill you? He's not attempting to lie at this point. He's grateful to be alive. Everybody can notice that cares to check. Well, you need a roll.
Okay.
Okay.
He wasted a nat 20!
I was a failure. Yes, and the cult punishes failures, doesn't it? They do. I'm just so thankful to be alive again. Hold your tongue. We're answering questions, asking questions here. What happened? I lost something of tremendous worth, value, you could say, to the cult's plans. And what was this item? It was something valuable. Something that Severin wanted. Severin, the leader of the cult. And what was it? It was something that was going to bring about the end of the world as we know it. Something that was strong enough to usher in the Queen of Dragons. What was it?
Out with it! I slammed it.
Your dragon mask. 1 of 5. One for every aspect of the Horde of the Dragon Queen.
One
The
for every
cult
head.
of the dragon. Yes! 1 for each of the heads. Mine was the white, obviously. Once combined with all other masks. The mask of... One second. The mask of white held by Verum the White. The Mask of Black, held by Verum. By Resmir. Resmir of the Black and
Somebody
Red.
write this down, please. Somebody please write this down.
Oh shoot. Who's got
White
it?
mask by Verum the White. Who has the black mask?
Who were you
Verum the
chasing?
White.
The entire Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Resmir, he gets the black mask.
Resmir. That's right.
Yeah.
Resmir.
Is someone writing this? Do I need to write this?
I'm
I started
writing it.
typing.
Okay.
Got it.
The
Write that down! Write that down!
Good call, Nelly.
Yeah, we definitely would have forgot that.
Yeah, serious.
For sure.
Mask
Venus.
of Blue, held by Galvan of the Desert.
You're a baby.
The Mask of Green, held by... He doesn't talk.
Preston says quietly, just so we can hear or whatever, but like loud enough for people, and he says, "You've already come this far. There's no turning back. We shall protect you moving forward. As long as you cooperate."
The Mask of Green, held by Neuravain! He turns this direction. And this guy loses
Shit.
his mind. It's not, this guy's not Neuravain, this is Maldrek. So you know. He is outraged and incensed and says, "My son is dead! How dare you, fiend!" He's in a zone
Counselor!
of truth. I can tell that
Preston,
he can
like,
fail.
I'd like to put a little bit of oomph behind it or whatever before he starts shouting and I'm gonna cut him off.
Yeah.
Let him finish.
And the Mask of Red, held by Severin, our leader, once combined at the World of Dragons with an appropriate amount of treasure, will usher in the new tyranny of dragons. There are 3 already there. Resmir, Severin, and Galvan. They offer aid. I am unsure exactly what, but there are 2 dragon
I
masks
gotta
that are
go
not
take
currently
care of
there.
the Nike real quick.
One is the white one, which has been lost. I do not know where. And the other is the green mask, this guy says right here. I've been telling you, Neurovain is a threat. He's alive, and he's been writing a wreck on your own people and your own forests. And yet you turned a blind eye. Now that's enough. That's too much. A few people say to this guy talking across the table to Maldrach here. I am ruined, he says.
Preston steps up. Counselor, please explain. I know it may be hard for you, but this is information that cannot be hidden.
He's gonna make a charisma saving throw to see if he can even remain composed.
I will give him a flash of genius. As my words are comforting.
Does it work on saving throws?
Do believe so.
I think you're right. How much does he get to add?
Gets that, a +4.
I didn't set a DC. Yep, he's fine.
Please, Counselor.
With your, gentle nudge.
Preston's kind of got his hands steepled as he's staring down the bridge of his nose.
Everybody is staring at this guy. And he says, as you know now, Neurovane is one of my sons. One of my only 2 sons. In the Misty Forest is where he was raised. He seems to be starting off very, like this is not important stuff, but nobody wants to interrupt him because...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Definitely just let do it at his own pace.
Right. He was exiled and believed to have died many years ago. Elves live a long time, as you know. When he wasn't right, he would do things. He would antagonize people when he was younger, and he wasn't a very upstanding elf. He would hurt animals, and we believe that after some time he began to hurt people as well. He would be kicked out of the Misty Forest, and believed to be dead. Apparently, he's riding with Severin. And a green dragon. The guy is not able to contain himself any longer. Yes. And he gets wicked little glares from tons of people for interrupting this guy. A green dragon. Neurovane is rumored to be flying around on this green dragon, slaughtering elves. We aren't sure exactly how or why, but nobody seems to be able to really escape him once he's got them in his sights. I'm filled with shame and rage to know it. He clearly is not only exiled, not only dead, not only not dead, but is now in league with the enemy. My own boy. Killing elves. For what? Stupid. Stupid.
Preston's going to at this time and say, Counselors, perhaps this is a time for us to take a short recess so that we can recompose ourselves.
Aww.
I'm
not done talking, Verum says. No, I'm just kidding, he doesn't. Why don't we take a break?
And you will have chance to continue speaking. Time for us to take a small recess so that we might compose ourselves and process the information that has been shared.
Is Verum the Black now? I must know.
Quick, and be like, I do not speak for the
Verum the
council,
Decayed.
but I do
Verum
speak
the
for myself. You have spoken truthfully today, under your own volition. And as I am here, and I have promised to you, you have my aid and protection.
I wish I could believe you.
You may believe at your own pace, friend. Thank you for sharing this information willingly with us. I know we were enemies before, but perhaps we may forge a bond greater.
It's very
you are
clear
at-
that this guy thinks you're gonna kill him.
You are at the mercy of the council. I do not speak for them, and they have control and authority in this time. But should they grant you your freedom in any capacity, know that I will be there to aid you.
Okay.
And
Does
then
anybody
Preston
else want to
said-
have small conversations with anybody here?
Alright, I gotta go put Preston down for a minute real quick.
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
Preston's gonna kind of separate himself for a minute and just kind of stand off to the side.
Think of anything. Did I get all that right? Verum, white mask, black mask by Resmir, blue by Galvin of the Desert, green mask by Narrow Vein. I guess I should add that he was council member's son. Red mask by leader Severin, and all the masks combined will usher in the tyranny of dragons. Do they have to be in a certain place, did he say?
Yes, I did.
Or just-
The Well of
Okay.
Dragons is where it needs to be.
Well,
Galvan is the holder of the blue mask. Narrowvein is the holder of the green mask. Resmir is the holder of the black mask. I was the holder of the white mask until I failed. And Severin is the holder of the red mask.
How did you fail?
He looks at you and says,
How did you?
Yeah.
Well, I get where you're going with that, but yes, I am no stranger to failure, but I'm just curious about the particulars. Like, did someone steal it from you? Or
Yes.
just drop
What
it in a
happened to the
river?
mask?
Somebody stole it from me.
Huh.
I don't know who.
I
Everybody,
was just about to go, whoo!
everybody make an inside check.
Okay.
Maybe will you roll for me?
Yeah.
Outside check.
I'm currently trapped in the nursery.
Nat 20, baby!
What's I got a 23.
"What'd you get first?"
I guess the official number is 22, but I was a nat 20, baby! I think that's the important part.
Is he lying? I feel like that was a lie.
Nope. Okay.
He wasn't lying?
I'm gonna have to ask Preston something when he gets back. He's not lying. No, it's not that. It's for something else.
Okay.
Well, he's still in the zone of truth, so.
Oh, he right.
Yummy food. Anybody else gonna be talking to anybody else? At all?
Big other thing.
Lorelai is just very much like, ugh, all this politicness. She just wants to know who to kill next.
All this politickery.
Brandon, what did you say Neverember responded to? He responded to one of the things.
To his bro.
His bro.
Yeah.
During the
Sure.
recess, she would approach Neverember and ask him about it.
He stirred.
More discreetly.
You recognize before you do that, and you can still accost him if you'd like, but or discreetly accost him. You recognize that he was there when you guys talked about his burrow. Like he's working with you right now with him. Like working with you to find him right now.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Remember, so that's how he
I
knows.
see. That's how he knows. Okay. Never mind then.
But if you'd like to ask
No.
him anyway,
Still, accost.
go ahead.
It's your duty.
Well, I might ask him
I can.
his thoughts. Might go up to him and ask him what he thinks about all this. What do you
Okay.
think about all this?
All right, so you make your way up there. You got to push past some people. Is that okay?
Your way downtown.
Yeah,
jump over him.
I'm trying to be
Buddy
casual
hop.
about it.
Okay. It's a little difficult to be casual about it, but
Sure.
you are Nelly, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Everything I do is casual.
Even though they're like, he turns to you. So, what do you say? Neverember? He's not. He's talking to somebody else right now.
Is he? Oh, wait for a second.
Oh, they're like gonna be talking for a while. It looks like.
Oh, polite of Nelly, uncharacteristically.
He stands directly in his line of sight and just stares at him.
So she's like behind him in a
That
row of
sounds more
chairs
like
right
it.
now. So
What?
she's behind him right now in a row of chairs.
Can she move in front of him?
You'd have to push past him.
Dang it.
Or
There
walk
wasn't
all the way
any-
around. Pushing past all the people that you've already pushed past.
Well, so she wouldn't have tried to approach him from behind.
So
Like,
what's
I
going
think she
on is there's a row of chairs,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
there is a vacant chair next to him,
Mm-hmm.
and there is somebody occupying the chair in front of him, or to the other side of him. The chairs all point forward to the dais. So there's no
So
like
sit in the
way
chair
around
next
it.
to him.
Right. So, but his back is to you right now, just because he's like turned and talking to somebody.
So she still has to push past him to sit in the chair next to him?
No, the chair next to him is the one that you're sitting at, but it's the one he's got his back to. He's turned as he's not in. He's sitting in his chair, which faces forward, but he's turned and talking to somebody else on his other side.
I see. Is there any type of like railing in front of the chairs?
It's a table.
She's gonna sit on the table.
Okay.
Make it a three-way conversation.
Are you gonna scoot over, like in front of him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh! He's like taking it back. Nelly, and how are you?
Wasn't expecting you to ask me that. Okay. What did you think about all this?
Oh, rather droll, really.
Rolls of word to choose.
Do you know what the word droll means?
Yes, I know what the word droll means.
Oh,
Jeez.
well, I'm sorry, I just thought I'd be of service.
I thought you were stupid.
You don't need to worry. He leans in. He says, "You don't need to worry, by the way, about the Zenturium. We've taken care of the matter."
Okay. Remember who a Zenturin is?
Oh dear, the people that helped you.
No, me. Julianne's asking that.
Oh, well, if you don't know,
Okay.
then you don't know.
I have mommy brain.
That's not the reason why
Yeah,
you wouldn't know. This
seriously.
might be new information for you.
Well, then, is that what happened, or is it mommy brain?
I knew I heard the
cryptic,
name
more to the point.
before, but
You
it's
can
not
ask
because
your
of this
companions
campaign.
later. Brain.
Zenturin? He's like, oh, okay. Cool.
Indeed. They are pretty cool, as you say. Get a lot of things done.
Do you have any suggestions?
Suggestions? About what?
About I want to know your opinions.
Well,
Tell me your opinions.
I think that you're doing your job just splendidly. And
That's the dumb opinion. You tell me a useful opinion.
excuse me, he wasn't even done talking. Are you interrupting him to say that?
She didn't interrupt him with that. She's like, praise is not what I'm looking for.
Okay, because he was still talking.
No.
What?
He wasn't trying to be mean, but
Yeah,
she still said
Did
that.
she Okay, so she does interrupt him to say that. He's like,
Yeah,
well. And I
I'm
thought,
not here for praise.
well then. I truly did expect more of you, Nelly.
Dang, he's hitting with the I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
That's also not helpful. At least give him something constructive.
Very well. Here's your constructiveness. If you still wish to accept my services, then you'll watch your tongue.
Oh.
I need you to roll a d20 and tell me what the number is.
Oh no!
Okay.
Fighting words.
6.
It's been long enough for
okay.
me to
Think
see.
about what you're doing.
Him to roll perception.
Can I
I
roll a
need you to
perception
roll.
check to see this happening?
No, you're busy in a conversation.
And maybe stop it.
Okay, you got a
She's
15
gonna
on his
roll her eyes.
perception? Or she did? Oh, she rolls her eyes.
He rolls his eyes. I want to just see if he notices.
They're pretty big eyes. I think he notices.
She like
Staring at me with
doesn't
them
like.
big old eyes.
She's not like doing it obviously. You know, like you can be like obvious with rolling your eyes, or like be quick about it. You know.
Okay.
He says, "Yes, sir."
Puts
She
down
is-
his glass for one of the first times, as you
Whoa.
notice, and perhaps I don't even know, forever. And he says to you, "That's it. You don't have enough hate for me to do anything, do you? And you know something?" He leans in. "You never will. Now step off."
She winks at him and leaves.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Well, there goes our money bank.
He doesn't seem to have an issue
That
with
was
anybody but her.
No,
Yet.
she winks and says, "Now that was constructive," and leaves.
Of course.
He then continues his conversation.
Yeah. Well, she attempted to be helpful, but she's incapable.
Does anybody have anything else they'd like to do?
I'm too scared to do anything now.
I think that, like I said, I missed most of that conversation and whatnot.
It's fine. Just different people having individual
Yeah.
conversations. Lorelei, did you have anything? Everybody else has done something.
Yeah. I think she's she's gonna walk over to the guy with the snacks.
Okay.
Like, hey, can I have some of these?
He's like looking around. He's like he
Thanks. And she like takes a
no,
handful.
it's a pile of shells.
Oh.
And he's like
finished his
he
snacks.
reached in his back pocket. He's gonna
That's
try to make a
something
sleight
Nelly
of
would
hand
eat.
check to get something from his back pocket. He fails. He scoots off his chair with great effort, turns around, picks up a couple of nuts and puts them in his mouth, eats them, and then he grabs one, hands it to you, and places it firmly in your palm. There you are. Now run along. little-
Once
He's like saying run along, like super like you're a child, you know, like
Patronizingly.
yeah, exactly.
she's just looking at him with like utter disbelief because she just gave him a peanut from the ground
From his chair, underneath his butt, actually.
from his chair. Oh.
Even
On
better.
second thought, you know, I think you need this. And she sets it back on the table and walks away.
He like shrugs and then eats it.
Oh my.
What does it take to get a good snack around here? She grumbles. And then comes to sit down here because she doesn't want to walk all the way back to her ledge.
Verum like almost imperceptibly flinches when you walk near him.
Verum?
Yeah,
Wait, where is he?
right here.
On the dais.
Oh, he is right there. Hey, dead guy. How was, you know, the
Dead
world?
man
Hey.
walking.
He like
Dead man walking.
he like winces when you say that with his shoulders, and your scythe just like drags on the ground a little, and then he like slowly turns to you, like dreading something.
Oh, you don't need to be scared. I wasn't the one that killed you, but I can if you don't cooperate with us. She's just like
Love
looking
it.
at her nails some more.
Passively sadistic, that is.
They are incapable of having positive social interactions.
You guys don't deserve Frisht.
He's like
Did
stunned
so
and
much
frozen,
for you, and
doesn't
you
say
guys
anything.
are done doing everything he worked so hard for.
Wait, what? What did he? What'd you say, Brandon?
He's
I
like
s-
frozen and doesn't say anything.
Okay, I'll try not to scare you too much. We still need you to. You probably need to answer some more questions. And she's
Do you like
and then
gesture
she
with
like
your scythe at all when you say that?
like when I say
He's
like
Waving it
He's
around.
like, he doesn't move, he stands firm, but like, you could see his eyes just like bolden up whenever it gets close to him. And then he
Tracks it with his eyes.
Exactly.
she stands up and stretches and says, "Well, watch your step," and gives him a wink and then walks away.
Oh my gosh! Make an intimidation check.
Oh my god. How passively sadistic Lorelai is.
Oh my gosh.
That is a 17.
Okay, he's just like... He like, almost imperceptibly nods.
I think Preston's gonna kind of take stock of the room and then be like, "Comrades, counselors,
Somewhere this
have we
way.
come to a determination of our next move?"
There are several options, Preston. Are we ready to resume? Indeed!
You're here,
Dwarf says.
here and there.
Allies of the cult! That's what I was wondering. Tell us! As if you had any idea how much bloodshed you caused. Now's not the time, Onthar. Not the time, Conrad.
Go back to making your perfume.
No, it was Conrad who said that.
Oh. I thought you said comrade. I was like, oh, you're just changing house.
We do have allies. Or, they do, I guess. I'm so estranged, if I went back, they'd more than kill me. Indeed, they would, this guy says, like, passively, but... So, as you may know already, the Red Wizards, we also have fiends at our disposal, and, what else was there? Dragons.
Fiends, you say? Why fiends? I thought that certainly the fiends would want to have Tiamat in their domain. Why would they give up on her so easily?
Aha! So you know where she is then. The Hells. You have to understand, the devils are perhaps even more capricious than you lot, or ours. They would more than happily, some of them, get rid of her. Imagine Cerberus. Some archdevils walking Cerberus around on their leash. But Cerberus isn't your dog. Cerberus likes to bark, snarl, even bite. Maybe you don't like Cerberus very much. Maybe you're tired of Cerberus howling all night, and you'd like to get some sleep.
I see. So there are some devils that are actively working against Tiamat, and some working actively for her.
Tiamat will get what she wants, I assure you.
And you also mentioned dragons. Just the basic colored ones?
Yes? Did you really believe the Draghorn would be capable of summoning others?
It's worth questioning.
Hold your tongue, he says quietly to himself. This other guy does, in the back. Thar.
And what if I told you that we found the Draghorn?
You what?
Or
We
what if-
did?
She's talking. Oh, did you say
Oh.
we did? Okay.
Yeah, no, she does say that. Like, what?
What if I told you that we found Macath? That we slew the white dragon?
She nods at Nellie.
And that your plans are falling apart?
They're not my plans anymore. But that's quite the feat. Quite the feat.
Which reminds me to tell everybody... Actually, I forgot we're in the midst of enemies. I'll tell you in a moment. Who else is aiding you?
Who else? The cult. Anybody who we can get our hands on. Money, obviously. We've got to collect more of it, and Neurovane's certainly happy to do that for us. Pick up the slack, I suppose. Maybe Severin will have to do it himself.
He's saying it almost just to get under this guy's skin. I believe that this conversation is becoming less fruitful. Remember where you stand, and how we can make your life more difficult or easy.
Very well.
Lorelai kind of chinks her scythe on the rock behind her, or on the, the ledge.
He stops talking almost immediately when you do that. Does anybody else have any questions they want to shout out to Verum the White before they take him away?
Preston will begin a line of questioning, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll step up and be like, I have a few questions, counselor. May I take a turn?
Indeed. She nods gracefully curtsies gracefully, and then goes back to her seat.
He bows. Verum, how long have you been with the cult?
Are you making any gestures behind Preston at all, Lorelai, while he's asking these questions? Because you're in line of sight of Verum.
She gives him another wink.
Okay.
Oh, quite some time. Long enough to become a worm speaker. Highest rank in the cult.
You'd say more than, 80 years.
Well, I'm not that old. But, guess I am.
You look
Actually, no, he's a dwarf, I forgot. Yeah, I'd say so.
Hey. So, in the early times, or whatever, you would have probably heard of a warlock moving through circles in the cult. Probably
Yes,
quite
many
troublemaker himself. A gnome. He goes by many names, but back then he used to go by just one name. His name was Heesborough.
Woo!
I'm just not expecting him to answer. I'm just trying to gauge a reaction out of him. This gnome would have been willing to do or trade anything to get power. He would have been quite a shaker back in the early days.
Honestly, I've never heard of him. Make an insight check, Preston.
I'm going to use my second to last flash of genius to give me a +4. That's a 13 plus insight, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Making that a 15.
Okay. He seems to be stunned. Or not stunned, but confused. Doesn't seem to understand. Doesn't seem to know this person.
I assume after a while he probably wouldn't have been content serving and would have been quite a rabble-rouser in a way. Always talking about bigger and better things.
I think you're confused. At the beginning, it was really only myself. Well, no, I take that back. It was Severin. And, I mean, gosh, that was it. He was the leader of the cult, has been for a very long time now. Not the whole time, before we used to be focused on Dracoliches and such. Then he had this plan, you see, and the worm speakers weren't necessary until that happened.
I haven't been a leader of the cult for very long, and, well, even though I've been part of the cult. And, also, I've never heard of this, his Burr Rao? Is that what you called him?
Close enough. Let's circle back to the fact that you said that you're interested in not only Dracoliches, but also interesting. You said Severin's been there from the beginning. What is Severin to you, perhaps? Perhaps he is one of the longer-lived races, but by our information, he is not. This is quite a conundrum. Can you shed any light on this information?
Well, I'm sure you've seen a potion of longevity before.
Haven't you, Thane?
Or, sorry, Tarn. This guy looks up.
Yeah, so? Well, what do they do? They make you live longer. Just
Yes,
like
but
telling
they do
you
not
things
increase
done
your
for me.
strength.
What?
A potion of longevity does not increase one's strength or power. It only prolongs your life.
Well then, I suppose you've got your answer. How did he become powerful, indeed? How do you think? What were we just talking about?
Coercion, manipulation, murder.
And he wiggles a
The
finger.
basics.
The dragon masks.
Resmir was so worried that you were going to steal hers.
She had it, you know, that day that you were in the cloud temples.
Fond memories. Slaughter, murder, mayhem. What a rowing time. I don't quite remember you being there, though.
Not me, Resmir.
Yes, but how did that information get out? As far as we knew, everyone but us died with the castle.
Oh, you should have seen Resmir telling Severin everything. He demanded it, you know.
I don't believe he...
You thought Resmir died? No! My dear boy! Resmir's tougher than that. Not only did she survive, but those red wizards of Thay did. They will certainly be a threat to you as they usher in the world of calamity.
You keep saying that. Perhaps you underestimate us. I know your allies had at one time, or another, or maybe another. Seems to be a common occurrence. Perhaps our stature is quite low in your opinion.
Indeed.
I whisper over to Nelly. Maybe not low, but short. because Preston's short.
And Ellie chuckles at that.
But I'm answering your questions, Gnome.
You have. You've been very cooperative. Second chance will do that to most men.
With the threat of it being gone.
Preston chuckles at that one. Aye, that it does. You see, I too have been given a second chance at this world. And I won't make the same mistakes. I do not expect to underestimate my opponents. You have been very helpful this day, and I assume you will be in the future. He leaves kind of like an open-ended question, you know? As for the council, I'm assuming they have many questions for you. But my last question for you is this. Where is Resmir hiding?
I already told you. She's
You
at
have
the Well
given
of
me
Dragons.
truths and half-truths. Your name means nothing without a destination. The Well of Dragons, yes. But you know what I speak. Where is she hiding?
I don't know. What's the saving throw for the spell?
It is.
Doesn't it change with whoever cast it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I was the one that casted it,
No, the one lady in white did.
She failed.
okay.
Or he failed, I mean. He's lying.
Lorelai stands up and reaches back for her scythe and says, I would reconsider what your life is worth to you.
I've told you enough. I've told you everything. Everything else. You can't expect me to give you everything.
They're not going to take you
Still,
back
hold
anyway.
on.
What? One at a time.
I'll let you. Yeah, I'll go last.
Me? Okay. Lorelai says, they're not going to take you back anyways. Don't you want to get revenge on the ones that wanted you dead?
Why protect them?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why do you still hold on to your loyalty? Those who shunned you.
It seems old habits die hard. Or resurrect even harder.
He still harbors goodwill towards them, perhaps.
You do know that we are being polite in our own terms. You are a prisoner, lest you not have chains now. That can be changed in the future. Do not protect those who would seek you dead for existing. I will ask you again. Where is Resmir hiding?
After a moment where it's silent and everybody kind of stirs, for the first time ever, you hear Sir Istival stand up, or sit up, and say, it has nothing to do with his friends. The reason why he's not giving up the location is because he still truly wants Tiamat to return. We will get no more information out of this man. And everybody
I see your point.
bows their heads down low, as if it's clear. Varum the White truly wants Tiamat to return.
What's the point of living in a world that's destroyed? And, like, Lorelai throws her hands up and, like, sits in a huff. Back down.
Perhaps you haven't truly tasted the cruelty of this world as I. The Mother of Dragons. We are her brood, and she will protect us, love us, and allow us to reign with her over the lesser.
A devil like Tiamat will never give you anything. I thought you could have been different. My companion is right to laugh at you. Your ignorance speaks volumes on its own. The delusions you hold in your head.
Tiamat will forgive me.
Tiamat does not forgive. She is a devil of destruction, and only seeks destruction and subjugation. You do not hold power or sway in her court. Every
leader needs others to lead for them in situations underneath them. That will be my state.
You have failed too many times. Your own compatriots set your execution. You think that your deity will see it any other way.
Make a
You will be
persuasion
her
check.
first meal. I'm gonna use my last flash of genius to give me a +4.
Okay.
Come on, something good, something good, something good. Ooh, there we go. Persuasion, you said?
Mm-hmm.
It's a dirty 20. Let me finish my little monologue real quick.
Go ahead, I'm rolling when you do that.
Okay, where was I? I was at... oh yeah. You shall be the first for her to feast upon. Your bones will be nothing more than an irritant to her. Your failures are evident. Look where you stand at this moment, resurrected by your enemies for questions. There was a time in this room when they even thought to argue even bringing you back. But now you have one final chance to make something of this second life you have been given.
He looks at Ontharr.
Do I have your word, Paladin?
That I will be able to live a natural life, free of torture. From this. Well,
You have my word.
he says begrudgingly. The Sunset Mountains. There you will find it.
You have been most cooperative this day. I thank you for your time.
There's some noise, and the guards usher him away. Okay, that was Verum the White.
Nice.
Good job.
Dang, guys.
And I am pleased to say that we also have the full might and sworn protection, or not protection, but sworn forces of, when I get to the page, one moment, I don't remember who they were.
Wait
Pull up
for
my
it.
scroll of
Yeah, here it is.
fortification.
Page 22. And the full protection of the Arcane Brotherhood. Which is pretty exciting. Lots of power there. She kind
Lots
of
low
says,
oohs and ahs.
she says that, like, with a look at Ontharr Froom as he's, like, kind of annoyed. As, like, she's trying to get him excited about it.
Rival paladin cult.
No. Somebody in your group, I'm not sure who, knows that the Arcane Brotherhood are a bunch of mages and wizards, but they don't police their people's activities, so sometimes it leads to unsavory types and activities
Those are just the kind of types we need right now.
that Ontharr Froom might not like very much, but acquiesces to. And let's see.
Council members, at this time I would like to state, in my opinion, this is a great endeavor we undertake. The Sunset Mountains, they will require much strength, but also much subtlety.
I don't think
With
we're ready
the-
for that just yet.
This dwarf says.
Then what is our next step? For we have
Prevent
gone in
the other
circles.
masks from getting there in the first place.
He gestures with outstretched fingers on a gauntlet towards this guy. Delane Winterhound. And he says, he just gestures to him, and he says,
You know, to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought for sure that bringing Verum the White would only complicate matters. Demand trial and such. And it has a little, but... enough. You know where you need to go next. We
We
gotta
do?
find Narrowvein, the Misty Mountains. That is, the Misty Forest. That is imperative. He's clearly trying to get treasure for the Well of Dragons. He wants that. Once they have enough treasure, they'll be okay. I'm sure he's trying to get something, and that's my guess. Treasure. Trying to not just kill elves and his own kin, though I'm sure he takes pleasure in that. But he's trying to make up the stake that Verum must have lost. With all of his running around looking for a mask. Or potentially Rezmir lost. You said that whole castle was filled with gold. And it just crashed into the ground.
Hey,
That's kind of funny. It's gonna freeze over and either never be found or someday be the mother lode of the centuries. And this lady over here says, there is one more thing that is most, well, pressing that you must do at this time while we take a moment to look into these Sunset Mountains and see if Verum was misled or not. There is in our midst Elia, as you mentioned yourself. Would you care to explain at all? She's like trailing off a little bit, and Elia says, yes, my real name is Oteri Liakarnos.
Huh?
Oteri Liakarnos. I am simply in my humanoid form right now, and I was at this council meeting at the bequest of the metallic dragons, of which
Silver
I
Dragon?
of which I am one.
I was wondering if the metallic dragons were ever going to get in on this. Nice!
Indeed, she smiles.
Preston bows extremely deeply.
I kind of look around. I'm like, hey, aren't dragons bad? But I don't say that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, eh?
She smiles, kind of cheekily, towards Lorelei and says, I'd like you to come with us. To come to the Never Mountains, where we'd like to have our own little council meeting. I'd like to take the adventurers there. And I can take you right now if you'd like.
Lorelai's like vibrating with excitement.
It'd have to be on my back, of course. But that'd be pretty quick compared to months of travel. But you'll have to go now. She steps up out of her chair.
Preston immediately moves to follow. He said, we will not wait a moment. This is pressing. Counselors, I beg your leave to accompany our fair.
She
He's
gestures,
like stumbling
she
over
your
his
way.
words.
Like,
Just
hurry
like-
up and good luck kind of a situation. And
Yeah, like-
she's just already like leaving out the door.
Yeah, I think we'd scramble after her.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, what a lovely, lovely elk. She just starts petting
For
Thistlebark.
dinner!
Yow.
She just starts petting Thistlebark like it's second nature.
His name is Thistlebark.
What a lovely name.
Thanks.
And your drake has wings.
Get a dragon, exactly. I whispered to.
Yes, he should be able to keep up, although he won't be able to carry anyone.
I'd like it, perhaps, my friend, if you rode on my back. I think you'd be a lot faster that way. I don't think.
That's a dragon.
I don't know if he'd be.
Can you roll a
able to keep
d20
up
for
with-
Felix?
It's up to you.
I want you to roll a d20
Oh,
and tell me
roll
what the
d20
number
for
is.
Felix. Oh, I see what you're saying. You got an 11.
Rhett, what did you say to me?
It's like, why are we so
Got an
excited about
11.
dragon, exactly?
Right. He bows
Good
his
for
head,
you.
but like begrudgingly, like he's like, that it could, like he.
You're so young. She like strokes him in a way that makes him feel like more at peace than he's been in a long time.
Like he's like she's a mommy kind of thing.
Mama dragon.
She is like walking over to this clearing, like right over here. Oh, stand back for a moment now.
As
And-
she's,
Tell me twice. You don't have to tell me once.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Lorelai?
I was gonna say, as she's like, I guess probably gonna transform. I tell Frisch, I say, okay, so like, Tiamat is queen of the dragons, but those are the colored ones, and those are the evil ones. But all the metallic dragons, they're like so good and awesome. So sounds like they're gonna be on our team. Maybe we can have a dragon v dragon battle next time. That'd be sick.
Isn't that kind of stereotyping them based on their
Nope.
skin color?
No, all metallic dragons, they're
that's
like
bad.
angels.
Ayo.
Holy!
Oh, she's a silver dragon.
And as you say,
They're my favorite.
as
Totally called it.
as you
God.
say, holy, you hear a strange yet soothing metallic peal coming from her throat. Is this
Laughing.
chuckling?
I am not getting on that thing.
You have never seen an older dragon before, have you?
Man, I never felt so small.
Like,
She lays on the ground for you to get on her back.
Preston would like
This is
to,
a bad
at this time, he's like I said, he's stumbling over his words. He's like, so like, I don't want to offend you. You are a silver dragon. Crap. Thank you so much for bestowing your true form upon us. Like,
She's just smiling at you guys as her head's
Lorelai's
like
just
resting on
so
the ground.
stoked.
But he
like-
doesn't like wait. Like she's already moved to, so he moves close so he can be put up on top.
Sounds good.
Uppies, please.
Yeah, you actually have a little bit of difficulty getting on her back from like the side, so you have to climb up the like skinny part of her tail all the way up to the top of her back. What were you gonna say, Lorelai?
Lorelai's like so excited. She's like, "Oh my goodness, your scales are beautiful!" And she kind of like pets them, and it's just like she's just like, I just can't not have her nerd out because I'm nerdy now right now, and it just has to transfer through to Lorelai.
Have you all lost your mind?
Frisch,
He's
get on the
freaking
dragon
out.
now. Stop being a wimp.
I don't think
Julianne's freaking out too.
being hesitant is wimp-like.
I think she would have eaten us by now if
Look at
she was a bad
compared
dragon.
to her.
She's like barely bigger than not even bigger than one of her claws.
Yes. I've never felt
Yeah,
so small.
Yeah, she's trying to feed us to her young. That's what's going on.
Trist, don't be offensive.
Frished.
Ooh.
If you'd like, I can hold you in my claws.
What?
Otherwise, if you're too scared, I'm sorry, but you'll have to stay behind.
Well, I guess we'll go have fun without you, Frisch.
Give me,
Goodbye, Frished.
just give me one word why I should trust
No
you
one's
not to
gonna
destroy
stop
us.
me from drinking too much. Ha 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 ha.
Well, of course, Frished. All metallic dragons are blessed by Bahamut. None of us are evil. We are obligate to be kind to all creatures in any situation. But as you will learn, even goodness has its variations.
I have heard that copper dragons like to play pranks. Is that true?
I guess you'll have to find out. Does Frisch get on his
I'm
back?
so excited.
Fine, take me in your claw.
She gently grabs you. And it's like in a way where like silver bars, like I don't know, actually 2 feet thick silver is wrapping around you. Like, if you wanted to, you'd have no opportunity to escape at all.
This is fine.
This is fine. I'm fine.
She begins to fly. And she flies at such a speed that you almost have a hard time holding on at first. It's a lot. Is that enough?
This is amazing!
Thank you. So,
It's such a cool model.
It
I know.
really is. Oh my gosh,
love
that's so sick.
So, she takes off, she's flying, and I can take us to the next map. But first, I would like to have a little bit of dialogue while you're in the air, if that's okay.
Man, Felix, I can't wait for you to be a big boy.
After a
How
while,
old are you? How long does it take to become this big?
Like 1,000 years.
so yeah, just real quick.
The colossal great worm.
DM aside here, the dragon you were fighting earlier was an adult white dragon. And it was pretty
Not
big,
even
right?
one.
And it was scary.
Yeah.
This is an ancient one. They're over twice as big.
Yeah.
Dragons
So
only
Lorelai
become
does
more
ask that
powerful as they
question
get older.
though.
Literally, a dragon is the strongest. one
I've
before
been
it
alive
dies.
for a few thousand years.
Oh, that's so cool.
Several millennia.
And I am
That's
pleased
like-
to escort you to the council. It has long been our custom to bring you diminutive races along with us, for you have large hearts in most situations.
Aw. Did you hear that, Frisch? She says we have large hearts. Lorelai screams in the air.
Frisch,
So Frisch probably does not hear.
she gently, after about an hour, rests you on her back between her shoulder blades.
Okay.
In a way that you're pretty scared at first of it happening. But as it happens, you've never felt more alive before. Like skydiving. Cough, cough, cough.
Welcome to the party, Frisch.
That's easier. Now we can all discuss things together.
That's so cool.
Was there any more dialogue you guys wanted to have with this dragon in the air? Like, specifically? I'm sure you're talking about other stuff, but...
Lorelai's just asking her all these like nerdy questions. Yeah.
She just
Cornelia
answers
is
them patiently.
telling Felix to like pay attention to how she's using her wings and look at this and like using it as a training opportunity to like this is how you fly better, Drake.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
hmm
That's pretty freaking dope.
Put you back there then. She will ask at some point,
Why did you lie to them? I'm curious. The dragons are capable of it.
but you told them that you were in an area. I'm certain you killed Verum the White. Is that what happened?
No, the snakes did.
It
He
was
still
an
believes
accident.
that.
Oh, I see.
We didn't realize how close he was to death. And to call the Yuanti's bluff, we shot him with an arrow to prove that he meant nothing to us, and it kind of pushed him over the edge.
And by we mean me.
It was
Well.
a mutual decision, Nelly. It wasn't. Yeah, you may have fired the shot, but we all condoned it.
No, don't let
Well then, perhaps you don't mind me pushing you over the edge.
And she grabs you with her tail and throws you.
Who?
Preston.
Okay, good. I was like,
As you're flying through the air for a moment, she'll swing by and grab you again.
Hell yeah.
And then she's like, don't you lie again to me. Okay.
Cornelia is like super strong
Nice.
because technically she's the one that shot him, so she was totally expecting the dragon to throw her. So she's a little shook. She's a little shooketh.
It seems that lying was worse sin to her.
Oh man. Man, I never thought I'd play a bard character and fall for a dragon.
Okay. You're clearly way out of the city by now. You're like flying over whatever else. You're like, holy cow, I can't even imagine like trying to walk this whole way. Let me go ahead and go to the Nether Mountains here. It is also 7:38. We do have some time. I want to know, do you guys want to stop here? Or would you like to get introduced a little bit? It's up to you.
I'm okay with starting fresh as far as like a full new encounter and being.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good place to stop. Is there anything else you want to ask the dragon on the way then that you can think of right now? We can do it again next time as well if you'd like to, but
I think Preston will have one question as far as like deep questions, besides like Lorelai's normal like badgering questions of just like information. So I don't really know how to phrase it because, like I said, I want to do it, phrase it first.
you're good.
He's going to after she throws him and catches him, he's going to kind of be like almost hysterically laughing because like that was like honestly, even though he's died, that was the closest thing to fear he's ever really felt.
Oh yeah, getting hurled through the air.
Yeah, getting hurled through the air because like gnomes aren't supposed to fly. And so having nothing attached to him flying through the air like is just like a whole new experience to him.
Yeah.
And he's gonna ask, this may seem like a strange question to ask you, Great One, but is there a way to harness wings?
What do you mean by harness?
I've never felt so much fear and exhilaration as I have when you threw me through the air. The sensation of feeling the wind upon my skin, free falling through the sky at such velocity. I am a creature of earth and stone and metal, and this is a completely alien feeling to me.
Well, what do you mean by harness? You mean through artificery?
Any way possible. To fly, to feel the sensation again. Would it trouble you to do it again?
Of course not. She throws you way forward ahead of her head.
This time Preston kind of like sticks his arms out like in the T-pose and just like feels the air underneath him. This is going to be a life-changing experience for him. I think that Preston is going to feel in his bones or whatever that he's going to become an acolyte of Bahamut.
Alright. Sounds awesome.
Don't let that one successful religion check go to your head, Pancake.
I know, right?
Make a religion check.
He's gonna try to become an acolyte of Bahamut.
Two. Oh, that's not the worst you've ever done either.
With my religion, that's a 13.
Alright.
Awful, but
You can certainly
not
try.
great either. Isn't that the DM's favorite thing to say?
Are you sure about that? You can try.
Bahamut does not accept you. No, I'm just kidding.
In fact,
You're too much of a liar.
Smite you and you die.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I've been
He
smoking.
seems to... Honestly, he seems indifferent to you, which is better than hating you. There you go.
There you go. It's a start.
It is a start. Silver dragons love to fly. It's one of their favorite things. Would anybody else care to be thrown by the dragon?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Felix.
Yeah. She tosses him. You guys are going to lose about an
Definitely.
hour because of, throwing around, even if she's throwing in the right direction.
Flight shenanigans.
But unfortunately, it is not difficult to convince her that this is what you need to do right now.
I would want her to
lessons.
give some flying lessons, yeah.
She does talk to Felix extensively about flying.
Cool.
Love it.
Dragons speak in their minds.
Now, what did the nice dragon lady teach you, Felix?
Grr.
Grr.
He flaps his wings.
I think that you're flying for 2 days. It's quite a
Oh,
while.
wow.
She hunts game for you along the way and roasts it with her fire breath. It doesn't take much effort at all. So she just
Get used to this, man.
there's like an elk or something. And she's like, just chars it up, and you guys just get to munch on as much as you want, and then fly again.
I never thought in my entire life I would have dragon barbecue.
I love it.
This is a life-changing
The
experience.
best kind. She, I think over that time, you all seem very comfortable with her. Would any of you have conversations about some of the more difficult topics you ran into, whether it be being impaled by a log, or,
Killed.
other
I
things?
think I would ask,
Because she will
what-
try to, approach you. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I would say, why, what got the attention of the, metallic dragons, exactly? that they suddenly want to join in our efforts, or at least discuss it.
Well, you don't think that the colored dragons are the only ones that can hear the drake horn, do you? We
That's an
sensed
interesting
it.
point.
We can feel it now, even. The well of dragons. Yes. Honestly, the only thing we have to decide as a council is whether or not to work with you at all.
Sure. What do you think our chances are of getting you to work with them?
There are questions for me, young one, and there are questions for the council. I think this would be a matter left best for when we are all together.
Fair enough.
Why do you think yourself a failure?
Because
Ooh.
I failed. No, this isn't
Heavy
my.
topic.
What? We're not talking about me right now. This is totally unrelated.
It's fish therapy time!
We've all had the opportunity. It's for sure.
Recipe. No.
You're next. No. I'm just curious, I guess. I never thought you were a failure.
Well,
I
You
heard
had
that you
seen-
were with the party from the start. How impressive is that?
Seriously.
yeah, I guess you're saying they're the failures because they died and I lived.
No,
That's
young
not how I
one.
see it.
I wouldn't consider any of you failures. Any bold attempt you have to rage against evil, whether that means you meet your demise or you live to fight another day, that is not failure.
It's worth considering, I guess, but I don't know if I am quite convinced.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's obviously we have different perspectives. You being, a couple of years older than me.
I have had thousands of years to ponder this matter, but it never changed what was going on in my heart. I just grew to accept it.
Yeah, I guess the heart will always just pump blood, huh?
On your case.
Unless you die. Hey, what does your heart do? Okay.
All right.
Good talk.
Good talk.
Nice.
Trust me, Fritsch. Your party needs you more than you know.
Yeah, I know that, unfortunately. Just wish I was better at it.
We always do.
Oh.
Lorelei,
Yes.
those coffin keepers, those parents of yours. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Thanks. You've lived a long time, right?
No.
Well, of course you have.
No.
That was a copper dragon joke. You simply tell an untruth, temporarily.
I love that so much.
Oh, that was so funny.
Temporary.
Oh my gosh.
It always wins.
Is this Silver Dragon about to be our group's Boblin the Goblin?
Oh no.
Nothing can
Aw.
replace Roper.
That's true.
Then you should go visit the Roper.
Okay, let's make one detour before we go to the council.
Let's head back to Greenest
on
to
the
go
way,
visit
guys.
Roper.
It
Oh,
is!
the Roper.
Yes, look at the. Let's go to the map real quick.
Let's take it with us.
Oh, let's look at the map.
We told him we'd come back for him.
Yeah, we can't. We don't
I
have
didn't know a
wires.
dragon could carry him around.
Campaign.
Hell yeah.
Open in browser.
We need. Oh, you need to make a like a cart so we can like wheel him around and just like send him into battle. He just grabs
roper
things
cart?
willy nilly. Yeah, the Roper
Hell
mobile.
Okay, there's those mountains. There's those.
Dang, I already have a steed.
Oh wait, am I wrong? Oh, it might be in a different. Oh, it's.
Oh no, you lied!
I lied.
You said that was bad.
It's
to do.
okay. No, it wasn't me. It was the DM. If that-
I know.
It's only temporary.
It was a joke.
I did it again temporarily.
A temporary mistruth.
You simply tell a mistruth temporarily. A copper dragon trick.
That's hilarious.
This is what copper dragons do best.
Would you care to talk about it at all, young one? She actually is going to ask you at night at the camp. By you two
Okay.
basically alone.
Okay. Well, I recently got impaled and died. And yeah, you
Oh,
know
that wasn't the
it's-
copper dragon untrue. Oh!
No,
Oh, really though?
that actually happened. But and you know I'm supposed to be a paladin of death. But what kind of paladin is scared of what they serve?
This
You know?
is easy. I think you finally grasp what you're all about. You should be so happy to finally know what death is like.
I don't like it.
Well then,
That's the thing.
you're the one who decided to be a paladin of death.
Yeah, you gooberfish.
That is true, but you know, everyone that I knew and loved and that knew and loved me died. So I just figured that was the best way to stay close to them.
I see. You were allured and felt peace with the quiet of the grave.
Yes. Nobody telling me to study things that I'm not interested in, and nobody telling me that I'm weird and that I don't act like other kids. The cemetery was just my like safe haven, I guess.
Nice and quiet place where you can feel the creeping things of the earth. I see.
Yes. See, everyone always told me I was weird for thinking that.
Not at all. Cemeteries are blessed places. Places where we have a moment to be silent and listen and meditate on those creeping things and to be at peace with those who have died. They are very special. And they'll be there for you throughout all your days. Lorelei, you can continue being a paladin of death if it brings you peace, or not if it doesn't.
But wouldn't I be breaking my oath if I don't?
You know, in rare circumstances, if you switch from one oath to another, that is the only way to escape your oath without breaking it.
Gasp.
Oh.
You might need to ask another paladin of the faith you are trying to pursue, though. And again, it is up to you whether or not you wish to keep it.
Never thought about it this way. Well, okay, wait. I have another question for you that I don't know if it pertains to me being a paladin of death or something else. But right before I got impaled, we were fighting, and I was, slaughtering these cultists. What I do best. She says that with a very dry laugh. And I could have sworn my blade hummed with almost delight in the bloodshed that I wrought.
Can I see it?
But you see it?
Can I see it?
Oh, can you see? Oh, yes, of course. And she pulls out the scythe.
Wow.
Pretty, isn't she?
Indeed.
Mighty
It's almost
pretty.
your second self, I'd say. Have you ever tried to attune to it?
I guess he never really thought that I could. Is it magical?
I believe it is. I'm not sure what it does. You might need to ask your artificer friend. But I think it is very
Whoa.
clear that this scythe is part of you. One way or another. I would reject it so simply, Lorelei. It's a shame. I believe what finally opened your eyes is what caused your change of perspective is this, not the log through you. I feel, Lorelei, that I feel as if it is all of the hate that was rejected by you. This beautiful, confused, and good young lady needed a place to go.
I don't know what to say. So she's just she's kind of speechless. So it was, huh?
You are
She's just kinda like-
creatures of both good and dark, evil and light. You are not like metallic dragons. We are nothing but pure light and good. Or chromatic dragons, nothing but pure darkness and evil. You choose the light. But that does not mean that you can completely hide from your hate. You must control it. And unfortunately, my young, precious thing, due to your circumstances and trauma, your hate simply flowed into another object. I believe that you bore this object, this scythe. Do not give
Oh, I made it magic.
Do not give this item to those who are evil. Whatever you do.
Whoa. I mean, she is my baby. I definitely won't be giving her to anyone. But that's good to know. She's actually actually kind of technically is my baby. Am I the mother?
I suppose you are.
It's crazy.
Metal does have value, you know.
You would know. Because you're metallic. I don't know.
That's exactly right.
Stroke like that.
Real dry pun there.
Yeah, you can tell this dragon's
I was
trying to do
muted,
humor.
but I did laugh at that.
She's,
I did laugh.
you can tell this dragon's trying to do humor, but it struggles. Lorelei, I can tell you this. Whatever you decide to pursue, you will be successful. Whether that be the end of his burrow and the coffin keepers, the end of Tiamat, or whatever. You are a very special thing. But know this, you will never feel successful until you finally let things go, and finally come to grips with who you are.
Wow. I will try my best.
You had better.
And she just has her scythe and is looking at it and kind of scratching her head well, how did they come to this?
You feel a soft pressure on the top of your head.
Look up.
You try to look up. It's difficult. You kind of go down and kind of look up, and she has her nose resting on top of it, gently.
Aww.
Nice.
And then she squishes you.
Lorelei just starts to cry.
Aw. There, my young wormling. I'm
Aw.
sorry I'm not very soft.
She is not very soft.
Aww. Well,
She's smooth at least, right?
this is the closest thing to a hug from a mother I've gotten in a long time. She says, through her tears.
Wow.
The dragon's
Gonna
crying.
say that with Frisch nearby.
Well, they're kind of alone unless you guys walked over. You definitely heard the
I
dragon
know.
laughing, though. You definitely heard that.
I just listen.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm actually just kind of tearing up.
I know Loki was trying not to cry at that.
She basically says, well, actually, you're already crying, so it doesn't matter. Otherwise, she's going to say, if you need to cry, cry. This is as real as it gets.
Wow.
What do you think I was doing?
Oh, you are!
Okay.
I thought you were just.
Did you want to have any more interactions with her at this time, Lorelei?
Nah, she'll probably just cry and kind of stroke the nose on top of her head.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Stroke the
it is
hunch.
there. There are no boogers. Yay.
Oh, lovely.
Just oil
Yay.
and grease coming out.
Huzzah.
Okay. We don't have... My wife has to go to sleep, so that'll probably be it for tonight.
That's totally acceptable.
But
For now.
I did not forget all of you. So, anyways, If you want to have an interaction with the dragon, let me know. You can always push her away.
Sure.
That works fine. Okay. Okay. Because she feels
Good
like
night,
it's her duty to
everybody.
do it. Yes. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks